Alright, now it's time for dodge and burning. Let's do some cleanup. I'm just gonna bring this down, put it below the cleanup file. Just click on top on cleanup file and press Command and Control J to duplicate it. Let's call this blur. Alright, cool. Now let's go to filter, convert for a smart filter. So we added the smart filter because later if you want to go to filter, blur and Gaussian blur, we're just going to come back and change it. So put it on 2 and just press OK. I'm just going to explain later why we just created the blur. Just going to click on this icon to make it cleaner. Now check this off for now, and let's create a help layer for dodge and burn. So how we do that? Click on adjustment layer. Let's go to solid color. Just pick up a green. It doesn't matter as long as it doesn't have a saturation. The green is okay. Now press OK. Put the gray on color. Color, it means no saturation. Now a bit zoom in. Press Z to zoom in a bit. Alright, cool. This is a proper black and white for dodge and burning. Now let's go to adjustment layer again and add the curve. Let's create a S curve. So we bring up the highlights, bring down the shadows, so we can see the spot that we are going to do dodge and burn better. Now hold down Control and press Command and Control G to group them. I'm just gonna call this help. Now again, turn that off. Click on the blur, come to adjustment layer, create a curve, bring it up a bit, make it brighter. We call this dodge. For dodge, we just increase the light. That's all we do. Maybe a bit more. Alright, cool. Now press Command Control J to duplicate the dodge. Call this burn. For burn, we bring down the light. If you turn that off, you see what I mean. So the light is a bit lower, but for dodge is brighter. Now click on the layer mask and press Control Delete to fill it with black. Again, click on the layer mask for burn, Control Delete, and we fill it with black. It means we don't have it. It doesn't exist right now. So with brush, with the white brush, we're just gonna reveal that. I'm just gonna hold down Control and click here, press Command and Control G to group it. I'm just gonna call this dodge and burn. Now, why we are created the blur one? I'm just gonna activate this one, the help layer. Now I'm just gonna zoom in. You see there's a lot of small little detail like this black and white. Anywhere is black, we're just gonna color it with dodge. We're just gonna brighten that up, that part. This part should be brightened, this part. And there is a lot of a small little pixel and detail, and it's just gonna distracting. But if we blur that, we're just gonna see the spots, and we're just gonna fix the spots. We don't care about a small little detail anymore, you see? So to be more focused, that's why we are doing this. Alright, cool. So let's click on the dodge. And we don't zoom in too much, guys, for this one, because sometimes when we are zooming, we do a lot of extra small little detail, and when we zoom back, we see, wow, we overdo it. So we don't want to do that. Just click on dodge, press B on your keyboard, make sure the flow is 1%, opacity 100%, and then right click, make sure the brush size is small. So for each area, we're just gonna pick up the right size. Now I'm on dodge with 1% flow, and the foreground color is white. So I'm just gonna go over on this area, but before that, just right click and make sure the hardness is on 0, guys. All right, then just keep going. I'm just gonna brighten that up. That's all I do. Just make sure the color is kind of match. Do you want to see before and after right now? Check this out. Before, after. Simply, we just remove the dark side under the eye. That's all we're just gonna do, guys. Brighten the dark parts and vice versa. The darken the bright and brighten the darken. A bit here. Make sure everything is just, I'm looking for some smaller spot, guys, like this one. And like this one as well. I'm just gonna get closer a bit. See, I'm just gonna remove this with frequency and separation. See, this spot is a bit dark, right? So we have to dodge it. This part as well. I'm just gonna zoom back. We shouldn't get too close. Press B again and just try to fix it. Very cool. Now let's go to health layer and click on the curve, bring this down. See, now we can see it better, the dark and bright side. Come back to dodge, press B on your keyboard. Now let's try to match some of these areas. This part should be burned, and I'm just gonna go over the bright side and burn it to match it with the color next to it. Alright, cool. This area, let's go back to dodge. Just gonna go over on these areas. Brighten the dark side. Alright, cool. See what else? Let's come here. You see these lines, guys? Press B again, make it smaller, and just go over until we remove these lines. Now let's go back to curve, bring the shadow up. Now we can see more of this. Click on dodge and let's remove this too. I'm just gonna go over on these lines. See how simple is that? Let's come to this area, go to curve, bring that up, and go to dodge again. These spots here also, see, we can make it better. This part, here we go. See all these parts, how easily we are fixing these things. I'm just gonna keep some of that parts and until the next step for frequency and separation, then we can fix them. Here we go. Press B again, and these parts, make the brush a bit larger, and this area needs some dodging as well. Now let's zoom back. Let's see before and after. Then off, on. And that's dodging, guys. Dodging and burning. So we try to match the color. Maybe here it's a bit bright. I'm just gonna go to burn. Press B on my keyboard, make it a bit larger and burn this area. Press, let's go to dodge and brighten this area. Alright, that's a trick. So in this course, I'm just going to show you what is dodge and burn and when we are exactly going to use it. What is the time that use frequency and separation? Some people don't use frequency and separation. They just do dodge and burning. That's why they spend a lot of time on simple little things like this one and everything to dodge it out. And it takes a lot of time. But in this course, I'm just going to show you everything. That's why I'm just going to leave behind some of these spots until we go to frequency and separation, and then we just try to fix it. Alright, cool. Let's turn off the help layer and the blur one as well. Let's zoom in a bit. Let's see what is before and after. Look how smooth is that? Everything. Alright, cool. That was the dodge and burning, guys. And let's go for frequency and separation.